Good afternoon. It's the Myles Revolution here. So I'm going to do something that I don't think I've really done a lot of is I am going to stream the construction and deconstruction of this sewing room, which I'm going to be working on. There's a number of things that I'm going to be doing to this particular room. I have to fix the insulation because we've been here for about 10 years, and this particular room, the heating and air conditioning work, they flow into the room, but because there seems to be cold air that comes through the floor and the side of the wall where the porch is, this room doesn't hold the conditioning that you put in it. So there's a couple of things that I'm going to be doing to this room. Let's start here. First thing that I have to do is I'm going to take this floorboard off here, all this trim that's along this outside wall, and you can see kind of where the roof line is there outside the window. So I have to go just below the window line there to get to the open wall. And I've got to do it clear around to this corner. So I got to take all this trim off. I have to move this radiator out of the way so I get that trim off. And then I'll proceed to take all the lath and plaster apart. I have to take the lath off so that I can get the insulation in. Now I have some R19, which is probably a little bit thick, but for the most part, that's going to be going into the floor to stop the air from blowing into the rest of the floor and the ceiling. So this underneath here is where our piano is located, and that particular part of the house or foyer actually gets kind of cool in the winter and a little bit warmer in the summer than it should because of a lack of insulation, I believe, in this section of the wall. So hopefully this will fix the problem. I'm not sure whether it will, but I am going to make an attempt. Another thing that I'm going to do while I have the wall apart is we're going to install electrical outlets into the wall. They'll also be done in the base here. I'll probably put one down here and then another one there and the one over there close to where that other door is over there. Now another thing that I have to do is the wiring is kind of screwed up, and when I put this room together when we first moved here, there was I had to fix the light and put in an outlet in the first place because the power didn't work in here. So what I did is I actually wired the outlet and the light together. So the bad news is if you've ever done a ceiling fan before, I've got to take this one apart. So I have to take it apart and do all the rewiring for that particular light. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and put lighting into this closet, which has never had lighting in it. And we'll go ahead and stick that up on the ceiling here. So I'll just use the same wiring and get all that done at the same time. Now, one thing that I've done for this room is I have already put the coaxial for a cable or television in here, and I have also put Ethernet in this room. So every room in this house, for the most part, every bedroom and every main room like the living room and the foyer and the dining room and stuff all have Ethernet connections in it, along with the basement, the third floor and everything. So the whole house is wired for Ethernet, so you can basically plug it in almost any room that you're in. I do also have a wireless Wi-Fi system, but I really prefer the Ethernet. But it's already done, so that's not going to be part of this project. I'm going to be logging on at various days, at various times. I don't really have a specific time when I'm going to be working on this, except for when I have time. And today I actually have time, and next week it's actually supposed to get down below freezing. So I'm going to take this time to begin the project. So today, after lunch, the first thing I'll do is I will tear apart the baseboard and open up the wall and expose it to the actual framing and shove that insulation down the wall. And I'll do it live streamed and let you see what it's like to do all this work. With that being said, it is lunchtime for me, and I'm going to go eat lunch.